Oh, God, my guts have been cleaned out and I still feel sick. Why does the horizon have to keep rolling back and forth like that? That's the cargo hold and crew quarters down there. My bed's conveniently located right below the opening to accommodate for those refreshing saltwater showers. It's the apple barrel. It's half empty, and aside from whatever fish we're able to catch, those apples are the only food we got on board. Ugh, gross! People do not toss the apples back into the barrel after eating. Here's a nice plump one. Those are the captain's private quarters and offices. It's a glass orb with a strange magical glow. It could be some kind of compass, I guess. It's Captain Nebevay. Captain?
Hi, what is it?
How long will it take us to get to Alais?
We should reach the island by tomorrow night, unless we get bad weather.
Any chance of bad weather?
Well, as any experienced sailor will tell you, the weather is a freakish thing, and you never know quite what to expect. But no chance of a storm at all, or my nose would be itching.
What does your nose have to do with the weather?
Well, that's a story, be sure of that.
And?
That's all. It's just a story, and you'd better be sure of that.
I'd like to hear that itchy nose story.
Why?
Because I'm sure it's a real tall tale of the sea, filled with bravura adventures and victories snatched from the rabid jaws of certain death.
I had a bad accident with my nose hair scissors, and ever since that day, when the weather's acting up, my nose itches.
You gotta be careful when you trim those nose hairs.
Aye. I've come to that realization on my own.
So, your nose itches when the weather's bad.
A deep, scarring itch, as from the filthy bowels of the Mojal.
Do you know any sea shanties?
I'll be thanked I do not know a single one.
Not even a ho-ho-ho on a dead man's casket or something like that?
If I went ho-ho-ho on a dead man's casket, girl, the crew would tie me up in the hold. With good reason, too.
Would you like to learn a sea shanty?
No. Actually, there is nothing in the world I want less than to learn a sea shanty. I would rather stick my head up the arse of an Elguan who's just had a dinner rich with beans and light a torch.
I feel in the mood for a shanty.
And I feel in the mood for a keel hauling.
Thanks, Captain.
It's actually Captain. Please try to remember, and while you're at it, cut back on the scurvy sea dog shtick, would you?
Just trying to fit in, sir.
You have as much chance of fitting in here as I do growing a second head, marrying myself, and moving to Khorasan to start a pottery business. Oh, and before you leave, mind you only take 2 apples a day from the apple barrel. We're running a little short, and aside from fish, Jal forbid, we have no other food on board.
It's Tunlayak, the navigator. Hello, Tun.
Are you enjoying the ride, April?
I'd enjoy it a lot more if the ground wasn't moving.
But the ground is not moving. The boat is.
Hey, you try and tell my stomach that. How are we doing on time?
With the help of your magic, we are crossing faster than I had ever thought possible.
Give credit where credit is due, Layak. This ship is the fastest there is. I can outrun a shadow ship in this old lady.
When will we be on Alais?
By sunset tomorrow, if the wind holds.
How fast is it possible to travel by sea?
I do not know. I have heard tell of a ship that once went so fast it took to the sky and disappeared. From time to time, sailors spot the ship as it floats across the heavens. It is said to be an omen.
The Flying Dutchman, right?
No, they call it bad luck.
I have a question about your compass.
Of course.
What kind of compass are you using?
It is just a normal spirit compass. When we are not navigating by the stars or by the sun, we use this.
What's a spirit compass?
I forget that you are not familiar with the sea. A spirit compass points always to the magical North Pole, and thus we may navigate according to it. It is very precise, and less affected by a strong magical source.
Thanks, that's all I needed to know.
I hope this knowledge made you richer.
Keep her steady, Tun.
I will, April.
Watch! My nose is itching. Are you sleeping on duty again?
Storm front. West. Heading our way. Looks like a right old bugger, too.
Aye, by the mercy of Jal, it's a chaos storm. Where in damnation did it come from this quickly? And what's pulling it here? Navigator, change our course. We must away from the storm front and to safe harbor.
Uh-oh, I just felt a cold shiver running down my spine. I don't look forward to another night in those. I had a dream I was on a roller coaster all night long, and I can't stand roller coasters. It's a sturdy wooden chest. It's empty. It's a small axe. It's a flour sack. It's a big fat worm. It got away. It's a sticky, half-eaten piece of candy. Yes, got me a worm. And this is good because... It's a hungry-looking worm. It's a juicy red apple. Get to it, little guy. Eat your heart out. Captain? Sir?
Leave me be, girl. I have work to do. We must avoid the storm lest it comes on us like Jaw's callous heel and crushes us.
But we're still going to Alais, right?
Ha! You can forget about that. We must avoid the dangerous waters of the islands and head straight for Guyenne if we're to stand a chance of outrunning the storm.